Welcome to the Behind Reality channel. In this video, I will discuss whether it's possible to cast a curse on a person and how to protect yourself from it. Have you ever had a string of bad luck so intense, so relentless, that it made you wonder? It starts with small things. Keys disappear, appointments are missed, minor arguments flare up. Then it grows. Maybe your health takes an unexpected turn, or financial problems arise from nowhere. Relationships strain and crack. One piece of bad news follows another, until a chilling thought whispers in your mind. What if this isn't just bad luck? What if someone has cursed me? This feeling often strikes hardest when we know someone wished us ill. A jealous colleague, a resentful ex, a neighbor with a grudge. When misfortune hits after a heated conflict or envious comment, the human brain naturally seeks a connection. We create a story where their negative emotion became a tangible force, shaping our reality. It's a terrifying and isolating thought. It's important to note that many formal religions, Christianity in particular, firmly reject the idea that a human can place an effective curse upon another. The core belief is that divine protection is absolute for the faithful, and ultimate power resides only with God. In this view, to believe in a curse is to doubt that protection and give power to superstition over faith. The focus is placed on prayer, spiritual strength, and the understanding that human malice cannot override a higher will. This perspective offers profound comfort and a clear path forward, reinforcing one's faith and rejecting fear. However, stepping outside strict religious doctrine and into the broader realm of energy and belief, a different picture emerges. The idea persists across countless cultures that a curse can indeed be placed. So, if we entertain the possibility, how is it done? The common thread is the channeling of powerful, focused negative intention. Some believe certain individuals possess a natural, albeit dark, potency, a kind of psychic venom they can project through sheer will and ritual. Their deep-seated hatred or envy acts as a fuel, directing a stream of harmful energy toward a specific target. Others take a more dangerous path. They actively seek out and invoke non-human entities, demons, spirits, or forces of chaos offering something in return for their malicious service. This is no longer just human malice. It's borrowing power from a source believed to thrive on despair and corruption. The rituals involved are often complex, symbolic acts designed to break a person's connection to luck, health, or love, and to open a doorway for persistent negativity. Yet, here lies the most critical truth of all, the central mechanism that makes the entire concept function. The true power of a curse is not in its sending, but in its receiving. The primary danger isn't necessarily the witch in the woods or the envious stranger, but the mind of the person who believes they are cursed. Our minds are not passive observers of reality. They are active creators of it. What we consistently focus on and deeply believe shapes our perceptions, our decisions, and ultimately our experiences. This is the law of self-fulfilling prophecy, backed by psychology, not just mysticism. Think of a curse as a poisoned letter. It holds no power until it is opened, read, and believed. The moment you accept the idea that you are cursed, you begin to unconsciously cooperate with it. You start scanning your environment for proof. A flat tire is no longer an annoyance. It's evidence of the curse. A missed promotion becomes the curse at work. You interpret every stumble as part of the malicious narrative. This sustained focus on lack, failure, and attack directly shapes your reality. Your anxiety rises. Your decisions become fear-based. You withdraw from opportunities, and your energy, the very vibe you project, becomes one of victimhood. You effectively curse yourself by aligning your entire consciousness with the story of being attacked. You build the prison with your own thoughts, and then hand the key to a shadowy, imagined enemy. Therefore, the ultimate and most powerful protection is disarmingly simple in concept, though it requires daily practice. Sincerely disbelieve in the curse's power over you. This is not naive optimism. It is a conscious, militant decision about where you place your authority. It is the unwavering conviction that your own will, your own spirit, and your own positive energy are fundamentally stronger than any external negativity. This belief forms an impenetrable shield. If you truly know, in your core, that you cannot be harmed in this way, then the negative intention has nowhere to land. It dissipates like a wave hitting a solid cliff. Your certainty creates a psychological and energetic immunity. This is precisely why you must never, under any circumstances, go to fortune tellers or spiritual healers to have a curse removed. This action is the trap. By seeking such help, you are doing 3 destructive things. First, you are verbally confirming your deepest fear to someone else, giving it more weight and reality. Second, you are handing over your personal power to a stranger, often one who profits from your fear. You are saying, "I am too weak to handle this. You must do it for me." Third, and most sinister, many who offer these removals are frauds who will simply reinforce the story, invent new threats, and bind you to a cycle of dependency and escalating payments. So, what is the true path to freedom? You must break the obsessive cycle of thought. Stop feeding the story. Every time you find yourself thinking, "This bad thing happened because of the curse," you must consciously stop and reframe. Say to yourself, "This is a challenge, not a curse. I have overcome challenges before." Redirect your mental energy. Instead of obsessing over who might have wished you ill, pour that focus into building your own life. Work on your thoughts as if your life depends on it, because in a very real sense, it does. Practice gratitude for what is good and functioning. Engage in activities that strengthen your body and calm your mind. Surround yourself with positive influences and people who believe in your strength. Use affirmations that reinforce your autonomy. I am the sole author of my life. My energy is mine to command. No external thought can dictate my path. This journey of reclamation is not a single declaration, but a continuous practice. There will be days when doubt creeps back in, when a new wave of misfortune makes the old narrative seem tempting again. In these moments, your commitment is tested. Do not berate yourself for the fleeting thought. Instead, acknowledge it calmly as a relic of an old fear, and then deliberately choose again. Choose to see the situation as a random event or a difficult lesson. Choose to invest your energy in a solution rather than in diagnosing a supernatural cause. This repeated choosing is what forges true spiritual and mental resilience. It builds a new neural pathway, one of empowerment, that eventually becomes your default setting. In the end, the debate about the objective reality of curses may never be settled, but the subjective reality of their effect is entirely within your control. The phenomenon, whether energetic or purely psychological, requires your fear to live. It needs your belief to breathe. By choosing to starve it of that belief, by rooting your identity in strength and self-determination, you achieve 2 things. You neutralize any potential external attack, and you reclaim the magnificent power of your own mind. You realize that the greatest force shaping your destiny was never a whisper in the dark, but the voice in your own head. And that is a voice you can learn to command. So, live boldly, focus on the light you wish to create, and let the shadows of curses fade into the nothingness from which they came, powerless against a spirit that refuses to be afraid. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and like this video.